y'all, welcome to Cooking with Uncle Bob. This is Uncle Bob coming to you live right here today. Today we are going to cook something very special. But first we'd like you to like us, follow us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Uncle Bob's Rubs and Sauces, and also follow us on TikTok now. We got a TikTok shop over there where you can order all these great products right here. We got our Afterburn, we got It's Awesome, our peach and our rad barbecue sauce, our chicken and our steak. And today we're going to be cooking with the butt rub. I'm going to slide these out of the way for right now. Alright guys, what we're making today is we're going to make homemade potato chips. And I'm getting everything in order here. So what you want to do first of all, and we're going to be using our butt rub for our seasoning. What you want to do first is you want to kind of cut the end of the potatoes off because you don't really need that part of the potato. Okay, so I'm going to do both my potatoes. I've got a third one over here that I have already done because you want the chip to look like this, not like that. Okay, this is called a mandolin. And these things are very, very dangerous if you're not careful. They will cut you to smithereens. Now it's got a handle thing, but I can't never get it to work right. You just go back and forth. When it gets to a point, I'll quit because it will cut you. We're getting jammed up in there. Okay. It just cuts them like thin potato chips. And I'll probably do one potato for right now, but we're fixing to get to a point to where I'm gonna quit because it will cut you and it will hurt you. This machine right here it can slice your fingers in two if you're not careful. That's why I'm not looking at the camera and I'm looking at it. One more slice and there we go. We're gonna be done. Okay. Here's what they look like, just raw potatoes. Okay. You go through because you might have some not bad potatoes, but what you want to do is you want to kind of separate them, throw them in water here. Okay, water. You might see some. You see that? That's really not a good one, but you go through there, you pick them out, you put them in the water. As I'm doing, I'm putting them in the water. I'm going through them. This is a process, but this is the way potato chips are made. Just a big factory, and we're taking the imperfection ones and putting them off to the side here. Okay. Now what you want to do for the second part is you want to get you a wire rack and something like a wire rack here. You wash these things off and you just put them on the wire rack. And you need to let them dry for about 5 or 10 minutes. Just let them air dry because if you put them in there, they're going to boil and they're not going to be as good. You just got to, this is a process. I mean, you can slice and dice and do a bunch at one time. It don't take long. You just put them on this. You're getting the starch out of the potato chip. You see how thin they are? You're getting the starch out of the potato chips. But these are homemade chips. These are not at a store what you bought. These would be Uncle Bob's homemade potato chips. You just let them sit here. That's what you do. You just let them sit there and you let them dry out. 5-10 minutes, which we're going to do. And when we come back, it'll be like TV magic. Then we'll put them in the deep fryer for about 3 minutes. And we'll have a finished product, and then I'll go over everything once we get to that point. But like I said, you just put them in this water here, get the starch out of them, let them sit there dry for about 5 or 10 minutes. You can do a bunch at one time and let them dry. There'll be some left over that's too thin. Just throw them in the trash, this half or whatever. But when we come back, alright guys, like I said, we deep fried them for about 4 minutes to 3 minutes in oil. Look how they turned out. Now what we're going to do is we're going to let them sit here and cool for 5 or 10 minutes, because if you don't, they're going to be soft. These have already cooled. Now listen to the crunch. That's what you want in a potato chip. Is that crunch. So I'll let these sit for a few minutes. Then I'm going to show you how we do the seasoning on these things with the Uncle Bob's button rib rub. I'm telling y'all guys, you do not want to miss this part. This is amazing. This is the part I told y'all didn't want to miss. Don't do it in so many big batches because you don't know how much seasoning you're going to need. Too much seasoning can be bad. Not in a bad way, it'll just be. But what I do is I put a little bit of seasoning on here and I keep flipping. Then I'll grab one and taste it. And I didn't taste enough seasoning, so what we'll do is less is more. Add a little bit more. We'll shake. We'll bake. We'll shake. We'll bake. We'll shake. And we'll bake. We'll keep going till we get the right consistency we want. We're getting there. Need just a little bit more. Not too much. Because we're moving it around and getting it on the chips. Now when they're in a factory, they probably, I don't know how they do it, if they cool it down or whatever, but you know, chips are expensive, guys. You can make them yourself, just a little bit of time and effort, and you can have them pre-made and have them bagged. You come up with different flavors. We'll do this, I don't know. We'll do just a little test, and I like it. We're getting there. I had a little bit, but I like my chips barbecue. So guys, you can do this. You can pick up some ranch seasoning. You probably could do it with this afterburn if you want the world's hottest chip. There it is. With the world's hottest pork skin. You can do it with the afterburn. Now I'm gonna taste it. Oh man, that's it. As stale crackers, that money, dude. That money. Woo! Homemade potato chips. Right here with Uncle Bob's butt and rib rub. $14. Little bag of potatoes. $5, $6. Oh, which you can reuse. That took me 10 minutes tops to make. Homemade potato chips. A lot better than what you buy in the store. You get your money's worth. We're here to save you money. Y'all be sure, excuse me here, y'all be sure to like, follow us on Facebook, Cooking with Uncle Bob, on YouTube right here. Be sure to check us out on TikTok. We're live every night. We're selling our products on TikTok Shop. And you're looking for a cheap game day fix? This is it. Potato chips. You spend 2 or 3 hours and make a bunch, bag them up. You got them from work. Pick you up some Uncle Bob's button rib rub. Tastes just like a Lay's barbecue potato chip. And just remember, when you're cooking with Uncle Bob, it's awesome.
What's cooking? What's cooking? Finally get home. What's cooking? What's cooking? What's cooking? Finally get home. Wrap it in the oven and bake. Hope it turns out well. What's cooking? What's cooking?